Hey there everybody, Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to yet another edition today on Wednesday of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. We got all sorts of new things that have come out that we want to talk to you about today. Hopefully you've been catching everything all afternoon. That's what we're going to do from now on. Every Wednesday is you're going to get a whole bunch of videos that are going to premiere, boom, 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 one after the other. We'll be pre-recording those and playing them Wednesday afternoons and maybe into the early evening, depending on, how many we got. So that is going to be the regular thing on Wednesday. So if you are really interested in hearing about all the new stuff, this is the day that you want to tune into the channel, right? I mean, they'll always be on the channel. You can watch them on Thursday or Friday or over the weekend if you want, but Wednesday's premiere day, okay, each and every premiere video, we'll have a live chat room in case you want to communicate with each other, or if I happen to be in there or one of the other SOT folks. So make sure Wednesdays, mark it on your calendar. Anyway, so today we've got actually a book review. Okay, a little bit different, not an album review today. So this is the new book written by Aaron Kupferberg. Hope I'm saying your name correctly there, Aaron. It is called Songs Stuck in My Head: The Modern Guide to Power Pop Music. Okay, with a forward, or well, actually no. Aaron is actually the founder of the Power Popaholic blog. Okay, Aaron is a guy from Long Island, so interesting story here. So I did a episode here on the channel a few weeks back with Mike Portnoy and Martin Popoff and Jim Bocci, all about some of our favorite power pop albums, right? Not really a topic that we cover much on the channel, but Mike really wanted, he's like, why don't we do an episode on power pop? So I was like, totally cool. Hey, what Mike Portnoy wants to do, I am totally up for, right? So, and it turned out to be a great episode, a lot of fun. I think we all got turned on to some music we weren't really, aware of previously, right? Well, as it turns out, Aaron is a watcher of Sea of Tranquility. So he's been following the channel for a while. He caught the episode, loved it, and he happened to be talking to his lodge mate. People, I don't know if folks watching know a lodge is kind of like a club, right? Like a community service type of thing. So in his lodge is none other than longtime friend of mine and also occasional guest here on the channel, Jack Toledano, right? So they start talking. Aaron tells Jack, hey, I'm a fan of Pete's channel. I didn't know you were on Pete's channel. Very cool. I saw Pete do the show on Power Pop. I've got a Power Pop blog. He also hosts like a yearly little Power Pop festival, with the whole day festival type of thing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he wrote a book, this book right here, and he asked if, Jack to get in touch with me to see if I would be interested in taking a look, reading the book, and maybe talking about it here on the channel. So, Aaron, yes, I have done so. So, Songs Stuck in My Head, the Modern Guide to Power Pop Music. So, modern, okay, so this basically is a kind of year-by-year best of power pop, starting in, what year we got here? 2005, right? 2000... Yeah, so in like 2006, actually, all right? So you get like a little introduction on what power pop is, and then basically what Aaron has done is each chapter is a different year from 2006 going forward. All right, so this is all the modern stuff. So you don't expect, reviews of albums by the Raspberries and Badfinger and Cheap Trick and, all that kind of stuff that we look at as power pop from the 70s and the early 80s. This is much more modern. So in each year, he gives you 10 of his favorite power pop albums from each of the years, and this goes all the way up to 2020, was it? Or was it 2019? Trying to remember exactly when. Hold on, bear with me, guys. Trying to remember. 2020. Okay, so it's up until last year. And then in the end, you've got a bunch of interviews with various folks like Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles, and Paul Collins, and Mitch Easter, Richard Heyman, and, all sorts of other folks. Fills out the end of the book, which is pretty cool. But, the main meat of the book is going through each and all the years and looking at Aaron's favorite power pop releases from that year. And I got to be honest, as someone who is really not well versed in power pop, other than like the older stuff that we consider the genesis of power pop, I if I recognize 5 names in this whole book, that's probably a lot. So obviously the names of the guys and the band Jellyfish popped up quite a few. Jellyfish is a band I'm just starting to, expose myself to now. But I will say he's done a very good job of, for someone like me especially, who doesn't know a hell of a lot about this kind of little subgenre of rock. In each of the explanations on a lot of these bands, he's given some pretty cool descriptions on kind of what you can expect, when you're maybe considering checking some of these bands out, which as a journalist for the last 25 years, you kind of have to do that for people who are not, pros or very well versed in some of this stuff, right? So, I mean, you got Smash. I'm just going to rattle off a bunch of names. Again, if folks know these bands, very cool. Linus of Hollywood, the Goldbergs, Sloan, Super Hip, Vanilla. What else? Adam Daniel, El Goodo, Ben Queller, Jackdaw 4, the Red Button, the Nines. I mean, and there were there were a bunch of names mentioned in this book that I remember coming up on the Power Pop episode we did, specifically from Jim, Martin, or Mike. Future Clouds and Radar, the Pearl Fishers. What else? Rooney, Ice Cream Hands, the Pillbugs, Brian Scary, Explorers Club, the Smith Brothers. What else? The Wellingtons, Pugwash. That's one of the names I've heard. Never listened to them, but it's the name I heard. And the crazy thing about this is you get all these names you never heard before. And I probably should have been taking notes when I was reading this to the bands I really want to discover, and I didn't, because of course I got a million things going on, and it's kind of hard to do that while you're reading. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into this book and I'm going to kind of skim through and kind of, put a list together of all the bands I really want to discover and I want to go check out, because that's what stuff like this is all about. Brian Scary and the Shredding Tears, Roger Joseph Manning, Plastic Soul, Roger Klug. I mean, so many, and some you see over and over. Here's the Wellingtons again. Red Cross, that's a band that both Portnoy and Bocce brought up on the show. Red Cross I saw them a couple times in this book. 8x8, Phonograph, the Dowling Pool, Sloan, there's Sloan again, Radio Days, Ken Sharp, I'm just kind of skimming through the dates, Joe Giddings, all sorts of stuff here. And, it's pretty cool. You got an interview with Andy Partridge from XTC. I forgot about that. That's towards the back as well. So, it's basically, and you get, pictures of the album covers, which is kind of neat. Let me just give you a little kind of tour through the book here so you know what to expect. So, it's very simply written. Very easy to read. You basically get a couple paragraphs on each album. You get 10 per year, so it's not like there's a ridiculous amount of stuff here. Although we are covering about almost 15 years here, so there are a lot of albums. So if you're new to this subgenre of rock, you've got a wealth to discover here, a lot of bands to check out. Aaron's did a really good job, like I said, kind of framing what each album kind of sounds like, so you have an idea. It's like, well, that sounds like my thing, or that doesn't. When he throws in names like ELO and XTC and 10cc and Badfinger and the Raspberries, or even Jellyfish and stuff like that, or Cheap Trick, that piques my interest. So those were the ones that kind of stood out for me because I like all those bands. So yeah, check it out. So this is available. This is I believe it's self-released, right? Trying to look at this as a publisher. 48 Hour Books. Okay, www.48, the number 48, hrbooks.com. I'll put this information in the video description. And again, it's Aaron Kupferberg. That's what it looks like there. Well done, Aaron. Thanks for sending this our way. We appreciate it. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching, everybody, here on this Wednesday. What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day. Every Wednesday now is going to be What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility Day. All sorts of new reviews on new stuff. So make sure you tune in each and every Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe if you'd like to make a donation to the channel. Got the Ko-Fi link below, as well as our merch page, which has all sorts of shirts and hoodies and hats and coffee mugs and stickers and fun stuff for all sorts of things. SOT, as well as Comic Book Geezers, my other channel. So check all that out, and we'll see you real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.